We all know the story of Cinderella and her prince, but what happens after they ride off into the sunset? Well, you're going to find out. Hi, I'm Maureen Russell Hodson, and this is Springboro Here and There. We are here at Springboro Performing Arts Center along with Christine Duncan, who is the writer and director of Saving Cinderella. Hi, Christine.
Hi, Maureen. Thank you so much.
Oh, we're excited to have you here because when we talk about, we love that fairy tale. Then what happens part two? You have a part two in store, right? How did this whole idea of Saving Cinderella come about?
Absolutely. Well, it really started when my husband and I started volunteering in the anti-poverty movement here in Dayton. And then I was inspired by the community that we were involved with, where we had people that were crossing every demographic line and all making friends and looking for how we could use our strengths to help each other. And I got to see people where specifically there was financial lack come out of that and begin to thrive financially and still thrive to this day.
So you wrote kind of like a part two or a continuation of Cinderella, and you're going to show a staged reading of the musical right here at the Springboro Performing Arts Center.
We are. So we have an industry reading that is happening in New York in September.
Congratulations, very exciting.
And before that happens, we wanted to be sure to give Dayton a little bit of a sneak peek at where we're at. And it also just helps us developmentally to be able to get the show up on its feet. So we went ahead and talked with the Springboro Community Theater, and they were kind enough to partner with us and allow us to share their stage as they prepare for their production of Zombie Prom. And we're going to put on a staged reading, but it's not going to be like your normal staged reading. We're not going to have people sitting down with books in their hands.
Okay.
Instead, we are going to have some blocking. We're going to have a few numbers that have been choreographed. We're going to have a few costume nods like my fairy godmother wand here. Just a few special things to give it a little extra magic.
So you're not going to be coming to see a full production.
Right.
You are seeing really a production, I would say in its infancy, but you've been working on this for probably years.
In terms of the script, definitely for years. We were very blessed to have a couple of professional table reads with Theater Lab Dayton and other less formal reads just to get the script to the place where now with connections in New York, we're able to start stepping into New York.
So she's headed to NYC, but first it's going to make a stop here in Springboro so you can come and see the show.
Yes.
It is a reading, but it's going to see musical numbers, and give us the dates and times for that.
Absolutely. So we are going to be here from May 30th through June 1st, Friday and Saturday night, Saturday and Sunday in the matinee time. So 8 p.m. on the Friday and Saturday, 2 p.m. on the Saturday and Sunday.
And tickets, big charge for these tickets.
Right. So tickets are by donation only. You can decide for yourself what works for you. And you just go to our site and put in there how much you want to have it be per ticket and how many tickets. And you've reserved your spot. Seating will be first come, first serve only, with our patrons and backers getting a little sneak into the room. So we're so excited for everybody to come out. Like I said, the tickets will be by donation only, and those donations are going to go toward expenses in New York. And then we also would love to have our lived experience consultants, a group of people who are currently walking their journey through poverty, who are consulting on the script. We would love to have them come to New York with us.
Wow.
So the donations will also go toward that.
So as someone who loves theater, you really get kind of the first step view of how a production goes from an idea to stage one or two, and then before it becomes a full production as well.
That's what's amazing about this opportunity is how often do we here in Dayton have a show that is in the middle of its developmental journey and it's not all the way done. It hasn't had all the bells and whistles added, but you get that sneak peek.
Yeah.
This is a chance for that sneak peek.
Very exciting. What is the message of Saving Cinderella?
So the message really centers on how important it is to focus on relationship when seeking to help others, regardless of what kind of help we're talking about. Whether you're a person that is experiencing poverty or whether you're a person that's looking to come alongside, whether you're dealing with other concerns, relationship is really the key place if we want to see actual change.
And so Cinderella goes through this journey as well.
Yes, she definitely is very much a fish out of water, coming from what she's coming from with those stepsisters and that stepmother. She has dealt with a lot, and now she's in the palace, and it's a world she doesn't know. And there are hidden rules that she's not aware of, and things don't go quite so happily at first, but we do make sure we give you a happily ever after in the end.
Oh, that's what everybody's looking for,
Yes.
right? Can you give us an idea of how these actors came to the production?
Well, we put out a casting call, and we were so blessed to get a mixture of area professionals and community members, as well as students from Wright State and UD.
Okay. So again, you call it a musical reading, or what's the theater
We're
term?
calling it a staged reading,
Staged reading.
because we will have people on book. They will have little scripts in their hand as they're going around doing what they're doing, but it will have some of those elements that you're used to seeing. It won't have a full set. It'll just have a couple little set pieces off to the sides. This will not be here.
And it's a musical, right? Will we hear some music?
Oh my goodness, yes.
Will you hear music, I think is what
Yes.
you're saying. Okay.
You're going to hear songs like, I need you to see me here, and songs like, How Do You Save the World? Beautiful, beautiful music orchestrated by Brennan Paulin, who is also a UD graduate.
Okay, what a lovely voice you have. And you are in the
you.
production?
No, I get to just sit back and watch other people do it. I don't have to
Okay.
do the hard work.
I think you did the hard work, and the hard work is yet to come, right?
Yes, everybody has to come and see it.
And can you come here at the Performing Arts Center and make a donation at the door as well?
Definitely,
Might be a
yes.
niay way to do it as well.
You can
Maybe a little bit
definitely
easier
do
than
that
all
at the
of
door.
that.
And we'll be able to do that both electronically as well as cash. So
Okay, again, it
make
kicks off
easy.
May 30th. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday,
Yes.
8 p.m. and then 2 p.m. for matinees. And for more information, you're also on Instagram and Facebook as well.
Yeah.
All right, Christine. Well, I'm so excited. I wish you could sing us off with your favorite song, because what a lovely voice you have.
Aw.
Oh,
Let's
she will.
see.
Look, okay.
I will. All you have to do is ask.
So make sure you come and see it, and we'll let her close our show. Whatever you want to sing.
Whether you're a person with a lot or just a little, you'll find that in the end the only answer to the riddle, the way you get along and find your way through every high and low, is all about who you know.
Right here in Springboro. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. For more information, visit our website, ci.springboro.oh.us, or check us out on social. And we look forward to seeing Saving Cinderella.